The topic of Taft and Wilson as progressives. At first, in the 1908 election, it started off with William Howard Taft running against Eugene Debs and Bryan. Debs and Bryan had no chance against Taft because he was the hand-picked successor of President Roosevelt. Taft's main goal was to move forward with progressive reforms. These events led to the 16th and 17th Amendments. The 16th Amendment was passed in 1909 and ratified in 1913. It gave Congress the power to create income taxes. This amendment was intended to provide a means of spreading the cost of a running government among more people. After the 16th Amendment was passed, Taft passed the 17th Amendment, which was ratified in 1913 and provided a direct election of U.S. senators by voters in each state. Since the election of 1912, the Republicans divided, which caused Governor Woodrow Wilson to win the election. During the Wilson presidency, a new law laid down rules forbidding business practices that lessened competition. It was called the Clayton Antitrust Act of 1914. It stated that labor unions and farm organizations could merge and expand. It limited the ability of the courts to force workers to end strikes. Also, it legalized such labor tactics as picketing, boycotts, and strikes. The Clayton Antitrust Act was only one of the acts passed during the Wilson presidency. The second act passed in the Wilson presidency was the Federal Reserve Act, passed in 1913. This law improved the nation's monetary banking system. It created the modern banking system, which resembles a pyramid. First was the Federal Reserve Board, the Federal Reserve Banks, and finally the member banks. The Federal Reserve Act created more flexible currency system by allowing banks to control the money supply. Wilson did no more to advance civil rights for African Americans than Roosevelt did. The last reform in the Wilson presidency was the 18th Amendment. The 18th Amendment caused the ban of alcohol in the United States. Many thought alcohol led to unemployment and violence. If alcohol was banned, people could gain jobs and prevent crime. All in all, Taft and Wilson as presidents improved our society today by passing the acts and amendments during their time in office.